CPKC Stadium is historic. It's the first stadium built for a women's sports team, a professional women's sports team in the entire world.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you Vlatko Andonovski.
The very first goal, I think I blacked out.
There it is, it's the first goal in CPKC Stadium.
We can take care of business at home, and the fans really play a huge part in that.
When you're a team that is winning and you're at the top, like, you always have that target on your back.
We spend more time with each other than we do our own families, so I think it's important to build that culture, both of hardworking, but one that you actually enjoy being around each other, and I think that's something special that we have created here in Kansas City.
nenzipanga zakuti ziyazigoli kuti ndimawensanisa timu yanga somawina ndi tiona masomphenya amenewo kuti matipitirize kumawina magemu amaso machinyazigoli sindifoka nizingopita besogolo.
If I could sum up the season into one, I would literally just say historic.
I'm excited and humbled by this opportunity to be part of an organization like this, and I just can't wait to get on the field and start building the team that will make this city proud.
Going back to preseason, I just remember excitement. We were out in Florida for 3 weeks and really just connected as a group. We built our principles on and off the field.
New players, new staff, new head coach, and it was exciting.
Just ending the season how we did last year, we were looking forward to that fresh start and really looking forward to the journey ahead of us.
The 2024 NWSL season kicks off today, and for the Kansas City Current, that means the first game in CPKC Stadium, the first stadium in the world purpose-built for a women's professional sports team. And we're excited to welcome you as the Kansas City Current get their season started hosting the Portland Thorns.
Walking in, it was loud. There was so much hype on this new stadium, you know, the pressure.
It just really was electrifying. It was an aha moment for me just to see how far we have come.
1, 2, 3, as history about to be made here in Kansas City.
zinali kwambiri kuona fans za stadium zaza chonchije kana koyamba kuona anthu zaza stadium kuona mpira wasi.
And just to play in a stadium that's like yours, you know what I mean? It's just a different feeling that you can't really describe.
No score here as we enter the 15th minute of play.
Yeah, I think once we stepped on that field, the energy was so contagious from the fans.
It took a couple minutes for the Current to get into a rhythm, but they've been the better team here for the last 5 or 6 minutes.
We wanted to start off on the right foot, just in general with the season, but also in that stadium.
Bit of confusion there. It's now passed back to the goalkeeper. Dabinia wins it back. The goal is open. Dabinia chips it towards goal, and there it is! There it is! It's the first goal in CPKC Stadium.
I don't remember myself seeing the ball go in. I remember seeing all the fans behind the goal standing up, throwing their arms up, yelling.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that was just the start of our amazing season.
A follow-up perhaps for the rookie! Oh my, Ellie Wheeler! Welcome to the NWSL!
And the Current with an incredible start here at CPKC Stadium. Oh, the goalkeeper clobbers her. Hamilton gets a follow-up shot, and the Current has scored.
Brought it down right at the spot, and it's another one for Kansas City! The Current just pouring it on here in their home opener.
Yeah, that first match, when that ended, it was just a huge exhale.
The Current beat the perennial power Portland Thorns 5-4.
From there, from that game on, it was copy-paste.
I know it's early, but I think the Current have kind of announced themselves as one of the top teams in the NWSL this year.
Right now, everything is heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I be in my head late at night, just contemplating all of my goals. Will I fold or will I chase them?
It was insane, and just playing in this league, it is hard. Anyone can win on any given day, and like there's no easy game.
Hold your applause, just getting started, singing the Lions. Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak.
Because we were so attacking minded in the beginning and scoring so many goals, we had to take advantage of that time.
Knowing that we could get even better was what I think excited us the most, because we were nowhere near our ceiling.
And when you're a team that is winning and you're at the top, like, you always have that target on your back. Everyone is going to bring you their best game.
Doug, I don't know about you, but out of all the great stories and all the great players, for me, Temwa Shawinga was one of the most impressive players.
I don't know if she's the quickest player in the league, but if there's anyone faster than that, I'll be shot.
I'm looking to stand out, got the vision, come and watch our plans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused.
Mfnesi ntambinga wambiri because tumaisisa gamunera kuti sinya zigoli koma sizipambana koma china chantenga pata kwambiri kuti timu yonse tinagwirana manja kuyendera chimodzi koma chinya zigoli koma wina ma games.
Continuing to have different goal scorers, building, and that momentum just continued to build throughout that first half of the season. And I think us as a team continued to gel, to bond, to connect, and just our play got better and better every single week. And it was definitely a grind. It wasn't easy work. We were here at the training facility working very hard. What you saw was a product of very hard work and sacrifice to a game plan and us executing that.
Kansas City ties the NWSL record of 16 matches unbeaten, and it happens in emphatic fashion.
We were scoring and dominating and having fun, and it was so fun to be a part of this team. We have a great organization, we have a training facility, we have our own stadium, we have great players, and winning is a bonus. Winning is just something that we're rewarded with at the end of the week, and it's all the work that is put in, but just enjoying showing up to work each day. We're grateful for that.
The stage is set, CPKC Stadium is filling up, and Kansas City is ready to kick off a summer of international soccer.
We know that we love to compete. It doesn't matter if it's just a regular season game. It doesn't matter if it was a Women's Cup game, and it didn't matter if it was this Liga MX tournament either.
We approach every game the same. We're going to give you our best every game in and out.
Goalie off her line. Cooper with a touch around the goalie. Cooper taps it in.
What a shot! My goodness, a monster goal!
That is a golazo.
Now edge of the box, sent towards goal, floating, and it goes in the back of the net.
And now we get one of the best things in all of sports, a Lo LaBonta goal celebration.
Blacko was always mentioned, like, just look at the game ahead of you. So anytime we knew that we were in a final, it was like do or die time for us.
Because makulupira striker mana zinya zigoli ndiye kapozika chance kuti on ground nenzipanga zawo zinya zigoli kuti ndimalitsalisa timu yanga somawina.
Shawinga behind the defense. Shawinga chips across Miller, and she scored! Temwa Shawinga has scored in the 24th minute. DiBernardo now to Dabinia, back to Shawinga in the box, sent across for Dabinia. She takes the touch, she shoots, and she buries it!
Kansas City Current will lift their first trophy. They're champions of the Women's Cup.
Forward to Hutton. Good first-time touch by Hutton. Kansas City has it outside the box to Shawinga. Shawinga onside, and she scored again! And the Kansas City Current are the 2024 Summer Cup champions.
Being able to lift a trophy and prove to this city, to this nation, that we are a team that is in contention to be great is super exciting.
Really proving to ourselves that we can handle those moments, and it really just sets us up for success at the end of the year.
Second half of the season, like any season, we had our ups and downs.
We always knew we were a good team, and we always knew we were going to push for playoffs. We wanted to push for a championship, but we had to take it one game at a time.
As the season goes on, the level increases always. Everything gets a little tighter, the intensity picks up. The little moments that can make or break a game kind of get exposed.
We made a lot of roster moves, right? We brought in Alana Cook, Kayla Sharples, Almu. Almost our whole back line was changed. Our whole defensive structure was changed with these new people. So again, having to learn again. But then we were stopping goals. We were stopping a lot of goals from being scored on us.
When we went through some of those losses or ties or performances that weren't to our standard, it kind of gave us a reset and just had us regroup
We had set ourselves up well, but again, just a lot of different goal scorers.
Sends it across, and it's in the back of the net. Michelle Prince.
Records continuing to be broken.
Tamwa Shawiga has done it. She's the all-time NWSL single-season goal-scoring record holder.
2024 NWSL Golden Boot winner is Kansas City forward Tamwa Shawiga.
Whenever a new player comes into this league, it's different. It's a challenge, and she kind of just made it look so easy.
She's shook not only the NWSL but the entire world. Like she's on everybody's radar for sure.
She changes the way people have to play, and that's just like a testament to who she is as a player.
As it got closer, of course, the nerves, the excitement ramped up a little bit more.
They have now ripped off 9 straight games, unbeaten in all competitions, and the Current now enter the playoffs with all sorts of momentum as they'll take on the North Carolina Courage next weekend.
Knowing how we felt in those games, it kind of just gave us that extra fight, especially going into playoffs of like, we want to win this thing, and we're not going to take any game lightly.
The top 8 teams make the postseason, and guys, the quarterfinals are this weekend.
When you get a home playoff match, I think you kind of forget all the games that have come before them because anything can happen in playoffs.
Kansas City have shored up defensively. They've brought in Kayla Sharples, Alana Cook, and they have a stacked midfield. LaBonta, Claire Hutton, Debinha, DiBernardo. They have the Golden Boot winner, Kansas City at home. The inaugural season at CPKC Stadium selling out. They have all the motivation to put it past North Carolina and keep winning.
We knew the opponent we were up against, but we knew that this city was going to show up behind us.
And knowing we would have that sort of 12-man support gave us that confidence to go into that game. Semi-final on the line, it was do or die time.
The Kansas City Current had a historic 2024 regular season, finishing with the most wins and points in franchise history. Today, they'll host their first ever home playoff game and kick off what they hope is a deep run in the NWSL playoffs. They're hosting the North Carolina Courage in quarterfinal playoff action. This may be the most buzz I've had and maybe felt in the stadium since that first game here in March against Portland.
Who's going to rise to the occasion? Who's able to manage their emotions, especially early on in this game? Because it is a new season, the stakes are high, win or go home, so it's all about taking care of business on the day.
We obviously had played North Carolina multiple times before leading up. We knew what to prepare for, we did our scout, we did our homework.
You know it's never going to be an easy game against them. I think the one thing that doesn't matter who shows up to play against us, how good they are, we have our fans. We have our fans in the stadium, and they're our 12th man.
Go, you guys. I know we all feel it. It's do or die. Let's die on this field giving everything. Let's go! Casey, baby, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Casey, baby!
With the playoffs underway, it's teal time in Kansas City.
We were so amped up, and we just kept going and kept going and kept going because we knew like we were making history, and everything that we had put into the season was on the line in that moment.
First goal, always important in such matches, but you just get the impression that today more so than usual.
I was kind of just trying to ease myself and be like, you've played soccer your entire life, like you know what you're doing, just go out there and enjoy it.
Now pass across midfield, closed down by Hutton. And Kansas City's got to try to spring on the counterattack. Debinha finds Shawiga. Shawiga racing towards the penalty area. Shawiga with the shot. A diving save. It's loose in front of goal. Cooper runs onto it, playing it back. Debinha shoots off the post. Shawiga shot blocked, and she finally gets it. Shawiga finally gets the goal on the 4th shot attempt for Kansas City. And the Current take a 1-0 lead here in the 8th minute. And what a crazy sequence there. It took 4 shots from inside the penalty area.
Wonderful start for Kansas City. It was just a ruthless attack.
We've really felt the fans, and we really needed their energy to get through that game. We really had to dig deep and stay together defensively, and the fans really play a huge part in that.
North Carolina knowing desperate times, desperate measures, they need to throw everyone forward, but that could totally come back to bite them if the Current can get it on the counterattack. Debinha has it approaching the area, now in the area, double team. Debinha with a shot. Probably about 2.5 minutes left to second half stoppage time.
Almost all players for Kansas City behind the ball now, even Shawiga dropping back.
She plays it into space for Shawiga. Shawiga dribbling towards the corner. And there it is. There it is, the final whistle. Kansas City has done it. They've advanced to the semifinals of the NWSL playoffs.
Let's go, KC baby on 3. 1, 2, 3. KC baby!
After the Orlando game in Orlando, I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know if I should cry. I didn't know if I should smile. I didn't know if I should hug my teammates. I should walk in the locker room upset. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Moments like these are tough. And no matter what I say now, so we can take it easier. And we're not gonna let this game define our season.
There's nothing that hurts more than when your season ends with a loss. I had my day. I think I literally gave myself a day to be sad.
This is just one step in the right direction. Blacko has pushed that message, like, we're going to be back in the playoffs, and that's a confidence this entire squad has.
We had a great season, and we're nowhere near done.
In my first conversation with the owners, one thing that they said that stuck with me was that they want to create organization, they want to have a team that will not just be here for 1 year, be one and done. We are moving in the right direction. We're going to do that.
I'm so proud of this group, not just from results, but I'm proud and inspired because what we were able to build and accomplish in such a short amount of time.
We also feel a little unsatisfied, and I think that is just something that is going to drive us for next year.
We are proud of what we did, but we know we aren't going to stop, and this isn't good enough for us.
Mambo next season yakakutaka sopera team kuti pamene pavutapo pamene pakai bwino next season tizatitenga chiko.
I want to say really thank you to the fans. To hear them in the middle of Orlando, as loud as they were throughout the game, to see them with shirts and memorabilia walking around Kansas City everywhere, the support that we get is something that we get inspired by. I'm just very thankful once again, and we promise that we're going to get back stronger.
I know we are all heartbroken not to be playing this weekend, but we have so many things to be proud of. And if I were to stand up here and say all of the records that were broken, we would be here for another 35 minutes. So I'm gonna stick with 3 moments and records that we have to hold with us. The first one, I love the fact, and I think we all do, that the first goal at CPKC Stadium was scored by the Kansas City Current. So I love it. Thank you, Vanessa. Deb, great hustle on that play, though. We know, yeah, there we go. I love that the first win at CPKC Stadium was by the Kansas City Current. And for the first time in the history of the Kansas City Current, the 2024 NWSL MVP is a member of our team. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a TEM VP for Temwa?